I noticed a little bit of confusion on Twitter, and it's probably due to the title. It's not that left-wing extremists are psychopathic narcissists, it's that there is a huge overlap. Like, basically, some aren't. But if you look at the general population, according to the peer-reviewed research, there's a lot of them. Now, I also want to point out the concept of left-wing extremism, which is something that I normally do not read about in the media at all. I mean, there are a lot of articles about far right, Nazi, fascist. Like, those exist. But when it comes to far left or left-wing extremism, not a peep. Which is probably, I guess, either due to the fact that it doesn't hurt anyone, except the businesses that they destroy, or it is considered acceptable by the press. So anyway, left-wing extremism is linked to toxic, psychopathic tendencies and narcissism, according to a new study published by the peer-reviewed journal Current Psychology. Based on existing research, we expected individuals with higher levels of left-wing authoritarianism to also report high levels of narcissism. As a result of the new data, study author Anne Crispens and Alex Bertmas have coined the new term of such psychological behavior, the dark ego vehicle principle. According to this principle, individuals with dark personalities, such as high narcissistic and psychopathic traits, are attracted to certain forms of political and social activism, which they can use as a vehicle to satisfy their own ego-focused needs instead of actually aiming at social justice and equality. First of all, the researchers are bigots because equality is a knee-jerk reactionary concept. We now strive for equity. But what I do find interesting is the fact that I've been saying this on my channel for the last 4 years. And yet other people require doctors in lab coats and scientists in order to figure out reality. But you guys, because you're watching my channel, you managed to figure it out for free. No taxpayer money or funding required. So, if you happen to go on Twitter, you know exactly what type of people this research talks about. Like, for example, more recent phenomenon of the Hogwarts boycott, right? Notice how the media is like, oh my god, Disney is getting boycotted. Oh, yay, Target. Oh! But no one talked about the Hogwarts boycott, which was very interesting, right? Because some very wise minds of the internet, from the bowels of the Twitter, concluded that by playing Hogwarts, you are committing transgenocide. Right. Now, this was not treated as a far-left conspiracy theory, as a unhinged way of thinking. No, like, this was now decreed to be gospel. And certain individuals decided that they are going to take it up a notch, and it's not that they're not going to play the game. No, they are going to pressure and bully other people not to play the game. So they went after female VTubers. Why? Because they considered those to be weak targets. They didn't go after Angry Joe. They didn't go after more strong Tsuoi male streamers like Asmongold. No, they went after Silver Veil and the Kettle. By the way, a lot of people are like, oh, the Kettle came back, so you should apologize to the harassers. Even though the harassment is documented, you should kiss their feet and apologize. No. From my knowledge, the Kettle has left her company because they were trying to editorialize her content due to the ridiculous people from Twitter, right? So that is one of the reasons that she left. And it is unacceptable that individuals who reach such bizarre, far-fetched, and I would even say deranged conclusions should have a say in what hobbies people enjoy. So, no, what they have done, all the bullying and harassment and getting corporations to start controlling the content that their streamers are allowed and not allowed to stream is completely unacceptable, right? But that is one of the examples of the ego, the dark, what do they call it? Dark ego vehicle principle, right? Because at the end of the day, those individuals, they're not doing anything for trans people, right? They're not actually helping anyone, but they are on Twitter looking for clout and trying to show how powerful they are by harassing women online. So this is what this article is talking about. In particular, certain forms of activism might provide them with opportunities for positive self-presentation and displays of moral superiority to gain social status to dominate others. This is literally the word I used when I talked about the Hogwarts boycott. Like, they wanted to dominate. They dominate. And to engage in social conflicts and aggression to satisfy their needs for thrill-seeking. Word for word. Now, of course, you can summarize this by calling it virtue signal. As you can see, like, positive self-presentation. Look how virtuous I am. Am I not empathetic? Do I not care about other human beings? Yes, I care. Right? And then to dominate others. You do not care. I care. I will dominate you. Because that was what it was about, right? Like getting to control the type of content that people can have on their stream. An individual high in this might declare that anyone to be old-fashioned who is opposing their own progressive values, strive to suppress free speech, to regulate the expression of right-wing beliefs in educational institutions, and even endorse the use of violence to reach their own political goals because they want to dominate. The dominators. Beyond using any means necessary, people of privileged backgrounds who are aligned with this ideology often use their narcissism to make activism solely about themselves instead of achieving social equality for struggling groups. Perfect example of this was the gentleman that was a moderator on Our Work. So Our Work was a subreddit which was initially created so that people can complain about their exaggerated bosses. And most of the initial outrage was legit. However, they elected some moderators into positions. Some of them happened to be communists. And you have this guy that was working a part-time job, walking dogs and stuff, and refusing to do anything else, and complaining that his life is difficult and other things which he said on Tucker Carlson. Now, he managed to embarrass his entire community. And the community demanded that he steps down. But, this is why socialism doesn't work. And you can look at it, what happens on Reddit. Like, the moment you put one of these people, one of these socialists into any position of power, they act like they're fucking dictators. Like, they act like they are the kings of their little corner of the internet. They have their little fiefdom over there, and they rule with an iron fist. And it's all about them, right? It's not about the community. It's not about what they were trying to accomplish. It's not about what the initial goals were. No, now the gentleman is in a position of power, and he is going to dominate others, rule with an iron fist, and the only way he can do it is by using this ideology and claiming that, oh, well, he's for equity and social justice. Let me know what you guys think, and I should actually mention this, but if you like my channel, do subscribe. If I don't mention it, apparently people don't do, but I generally think that even if I mention, people don't. But I guess we'll see, right? Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll see you guys there.